Today I'm going to go over 3 different ways you can tie a cincture. One if it's the correct length cincture, one if it's too short and you can't find one that works, or one that's too long. Ways to tie those that do work well. To find the right size, you just kind of got to play with it. Ideally it lands right around your knees, but there's a lot of forgiveness. Anywhere in the general area works. We just don't want it to be super short or all the way down dragging on the ground. So for me, what I've found is approximately twice my length is what's ideal. So fold it over about the same length as I am tall, but you'll have to figure out what works for you. To start, you find the middle by folding it in half. Hold that in your left hand, pass the other side all the way around. Then you take this, put it over your wrist, grab the rope, pull it through. 2 bunny ears. I'll do that again. Put it over your wrist, grab the rope, pull it over. You got 2 bunny ears. You then take the 2 ends, you put it through the bunny ears, tighten everything up. Nice and easy. That is the simplest way, but only works if you have approximately the right length of cincture. If the cincture is too short, instead of doubling it up and wrap it around, you just wrap it around once. Single rope all the way around. Then you line them up, but you don't actually line the ends up directly. You want to offset so it's about a hand's width different length and rope. Then you find where they meet. You got the long one and the short one. So you take the long one where the 2 points meet up. You want to tie a knot right at that long one. So it's just a simple knot, just a half of a square knot, just that kind of thing. Then you got, if you hold it from the knot, a long end and a short end. So you take the short end, hold that in front, pass the long end around your back. What you want to do is you want to take the end of the long end, pass it through the rope so it goes right along parallel with the short end. Pass that through, tighten the knot, pull both ends tight, and there you go. The ends lined up nicely. If the ends didn't line up, you can adjust, you can figure out what you need to do, but that's generally always going to work for tying an extra short cincture. If you can only find an extra long cincture, you can also make that work. To tie an extra long one, you actually start with one end. So this end I'm going to wrap around myself, measuring 1 lap around my waist. This is 1 lap around my waist. I'm going to take that point and I'm going to connect it with the long end of the rope. And when I do so, that leaves me looking like this. So I've got this, and I'm going to make that my new middle. If that makes sense, you hold this point in your left hand, pass both of the ends around you, hold on to the short end here, and I'm going to pass the long end around my waist for an extra lap. Around my waist. So now I've got this, which is my new middle, and the 2 ends, and now I can tie it just like if it were the correct length. Over my wrist, grab the rope, pull it over, pass these 2 ends right through there, and tie it nice and tight. And then you can adjust, make it look nice and pretty, but that is how you can tie a cincture if it is the right length, too long, or too short.